Hi there, I'm Mike, and what I have for you today is Star Wars The Black Series Hascon exclusive Clone Captain Rex. Clone Captain Rex. It sounds weird when you say it in a sentence. This was sent to me by a fan of my channel, DJ. Thank you so much. I got it today. Seriously, thank you. It's great. As I said before, this was a Hascon exclusive, and I generally have a rule where I don't buy exclusives because typically the figure's available as a retail release, pretty much the same, mostly the same, not always the same, but mostly. Being my only convention exclusive, I'm not used to boxes like this. This is unique among all of them, and I don't know how I'm gonna put this in my box collection because I have saved all the boxes. Do I have a problem? It's roughly the same size, but as you open it up, you see there's a little slot right here for where Captain Rex was, and then his accessories went on the side right here. I don't know why I'm showing you that, but I just think it's neat. They put a lot of effort into this, and it just looks really nice. I wanted to show it off. So go ahead and check out the figure while I read the bio here. There's a long bio here. The clone leader of the 501st Legion, Clone Captain Rex, CT-7567, took orders from Anakin Skywalker and Ahsoka Tano in his service to the Republic during the Clone Wars. Like most clones for the Republic, he was trained to be a soldier from birth. However, Rex took his responsibility personally, always completing his missions and considering his military service to be a great honor. Fond of using two DC-17 hand blasters at the same time, Rex customized his armor with distinctive blue markings, representative of the 501st Legion. As captain, Rex possessed a unique ability to lead, as he was not only strong-willed, but a free thinker with the ability to improvise, something his fellow clones often lacked. Though Rex's loyalty to the Republic and his Jedi generals was absolute, the dedicated veteran soldier found himself plagued by doubts as the Clone Wars claimed more lives and brought ruin to more worlds. So as you may have gathered, Captain Rex actually debuted in the Clone Wars movie. He wasn't really in anything before that. He wasn't even in Episode 3. Unlike Commander Cody, who was in the Clone Wars cartoon and also in Episode 3. So here we have him, and he looks good. His likeness is just spot on. He's wearing his ARC Trooper outfit with the shoulder pauldron and the skirt. The skirt is made of a soft fabric instead of a hard plastic sculpt, which I love because most of the time when figures have skirts, it's made of a harder plastic, which makes it really hard to pose. This does not hinder posing and still looks really good. Any figure can really look like they're supposed to when all they're supposed to do is look like a trooper, but Hasbro went one step further with this. Come on. There we go. And they gave him a removable helmet, which is really nice. Not only that, but this head sculpt right here is so good. Mwah! I've watched the Clone Troopers series from start to finish many times. This looks like Captain Rex jumped right off the screen, right into my hands. Everything just looks exactly how it's supposed to. So speaking of accessories, you see that he actually has a removable helmet, which is nice. I love it when characters come with removable helmets. However, I would prefer it if they had swappable heads instead of removable helmets. The problem with removable helmets is, one, the helmet never quite fits like it's supposed to. They have to make the helmet bigger to fit over the head. So you always get a helmet that looks a little bit too big. On top of that, as you move it on and off, you'll start to rub the paint off on the figure. This hasn't really happened with mine just yet. I've only done it a couple times, but I feel like it's only a matter of time the more I put it on and pull it off. So it's probably not something I'll be doing a whole lot. So on top of his helmet being an accessory because it's removable, he also comes with a bunch of guns. First and foremost, he comes with his DC-17 hand blasters, which are his signature weapon. They fit just as easily into his hand as they do into the holsters, although now that I say that, I just remembered that they actually don't fit into the holsters super well. They're a really tight fit, at least mine are. Maybe yours aren't, I don't know. But they look super good either holstered or in his hands. There's so many different poses you can really put them in. On top of his DC-17 hand blasters, he also comes with a DC-15A blaster rifle, which is a standard issue clone trooper rifle, and the DC-17S. Is that right? That's right. I don't have this stuff memorized. This is more of like a standard kind of regular blaster versus a blaster rifle or the smaller hand pistol blasters. He basically comes with an entire arsenal of weapons. Captain Rex is ready to go. It's nice that it came with both of these because pretty much every clone trooper has come with one of each for the most part. But even if he didn't come with these, I'd still be okay with it because these DC-17s are the most important accessory he comes with. That's what he used in the show all the time. That's pretty much all he used in the show for the most part. The paint job on these weapons is fantastic. They're clearly just a solid piece of black plastic, but they have a nice silver wash over them to give them that gunmetal-y look. It's that little bit of effort that Hasbro sometimes puts into figures and sometimes doesn't. But in the end, coming with all of these is just super nice because it gives you a lot of display options, which I like. That being said, being that this is the Hascon exclusive version, I'm not entirely sure if the retail version will come with all of these. If I had to guess, he'll probably only come with the DC-17 hand blasters, and he might not come with these, but I could be wrong. It could just be the packaging that's exclusive. Who knows? I guess we'll just find out when it comes out in retail, however long that might be. The sculpt, the paint, the details, everything just kind of comes together to create this amazing figure. The paint on this is top notch, but is it possible for it to be too detailed? The problem I'm having with this is I put it on the shelf with Commander Cody and all my other figures, and they look so plain next to this figure. This figure sticks out like a sore thumb because it's like, oh, normal, pff, Captain Rex. I mean, it's not a bad problem to have that a figure looks too good, but it looks somewhat out of place amongst all the other figures now. This figure has ruined me. My expectations have always been down here. When you get a good figure, it's super nice, but now with seeing what you can do, expectations are gonna be higher. That's not what you want ever. You want to strive for mediocrity so you can sometimes surprise people. That's how I live my life. But I just love all the detail on this figure. He's got tally marks literally all over his armor, on his helmet, on his arms, on his gloves. I'm assuming he does one for every droid he kills, but like this should be like after one battle, really. That's not that many. How many are there? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 23, 24, 5 or 6, 31. I count 131 tally marks on this guy. I mean, that sounds like a lot, but at the same time, it doesn't. Maybe 131 is a lot. I've got no idea. I didn't fight in the Clone Wars. The articulation on this is fantastic. Let's take a look at that real quick. Captain Rex's head moves side to side. He has antenna articulation. It moves forward this much, back this much, but you can see that it pulls the head out of the helmet a little bit. Without the helmet on, it moves down a lot further and obviously back a lot further. The arms move out this far. This one moves kind of around, but it is hindered by the shoulder pauldron. This one moves all the way around. He also has an upper bicep swivel. He has a double hinged elbow. He has a swivel at the wrist and a hinge that moves this way and this way here, but this way and this way on that one. He has an incredible diaphragm joint. It moves side to side, forward this far, back this far. If you turn the leg to the side, it goes out this far, but the sculpting hinders the leg from moving straight out. It does have an upper thigh swivel, a double jointed knee, ankle rocker, and an ankle hinge that moves forward, but not really back because of the sculpting right here, making this his widest stance with both feet flat on the ground. So as you can see, he pretty much has standard Clone Trooper articulation. If you have any of the many Clone Trooper figures released so far, it's not really different. As far as legs, arms, things like that, they're all the same. It's all good. It's great. I do wish that his armor back here for behind his leg allowed his foot to bend down more. So if you put him in a bended knee, you could have his foot lying flat. You can't bend the foot all the way back, which is a little disappointing, but that's just a minor nitpick on an otherwise flawlessly articulated figure. I've wanted a Captain Rex figure since the moment I got my Commander Cody figure. They're a duo. If you've watched any Clone Trooper episodes of Commander Cody, Captain Rex, even though they're in different squads because Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi often partnered up in the Clone Wars, they often fought together, so they were seen together an awful lot. When you get one figure, you want the partner to that figure. You got a Commander Cody, you want a Captain Rex. You get a C-3PO, you want an R2-D2. You get a Han Solo, you want a Chewbacca. They've got friends and you want to have those friends together on the shelf. It just makes sense. The presentation of this figure is amazing. The box it comes with is great. The figure itself looks great. It's just wonderfully executed. As for my rating on this figure, well, I've broken it down into the categories I've talked about. There are 5 categories I rate these figures on. Likeness, he got full marks there. He looks like Captain Rex. He looks like he should. Accessories, he got a full point there. He comes with what he should come with. I'm satisfied with this. The detail and sculpt is It puts literally every other figure in my collection to shame. This honestly might be my figure of the year so far. We'll find out in January when I do that video. This is good stuff. The articulation, I mean, while it's not necessarily better than any other figure, the Clone Trooper body is basically one of the most articulated figures of the entire line. Lastly, interest and execution. High interest, executed almost flawlessly. So, full point there. Giving this my first ever perfect 5 on my new scoring system. This honestly almost isn't fair because it's a Hascon exclusive. I feel like Hasbro put a lot more effort into this than they do in a typical retail release. So it's really tough to judge this against those others. But I definitely think this is a figure that you can look forward to for the retail release if you didn't get a Hascon exclusive. I'm probably going to pick one of those up again because, hey, he's a clone trooper. You can always have more. He could be like Fives or Echo or something. R.I.P. Domino Squad. That's how good this is. I don't mind buying this twice. So really, if you can find the Hascon exclusive for a reasonable price, I say go for it. But when this figure comes out retail, if you collect any Black Series figures, this should be one that you buy because this is about as good as it gets in my opinion. So that's it for my Captain Rex review. Thanks again, DJ, for making this possible. You're a cool guy. If you watch this and you want to see more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you already hit that subscribe button, hit it again to unsubscribe and then hit it again to resubscribe. Or don't and just thanks for being a subscriber. That means a lot to me. Go ahead and like it if you did. Comment if you want to have something to say. I like to respond to those and read them. And I will see you next time. Bye.